Lakers visiting the Timberwolves, pivotal matchup for the Western Conference playoff standings. So we hooping it up. There's LeBron and Vikings receiver Justin Jefferson at the game. Not playing, just chilling. Early third quarter, Anthony Edwards on the drive, missed the layup. Anthony Davis tries to grab the rebound. Oh, he's down. AD is down, and he's in some pain. Ankle. Ow. He was able to get up, went to the bench, stayed in the game. Under 5 minutes to go. Dennis Schroeder. Thank you. I'll steal that. Take it the other way. Lakers coming all the way back. They're up 79-78. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Lakers now up 83-78. LeBron James, Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves, 3 from the wing. The lead is 8. Lakers get the ball again, and it is Schroeder again. This time, the drive and the floater. Lakers on a 24-2 run in the third. They're up 7 after 3. Midway through the fourth now, the lead is 8. Davis, ankle feels okay. Grabs the rebound, tips it up, and falls down and puts it in. Lakers up 10. Over a minute to go. Schroeder, Davis, 38 points, 17 rebounds. Head to the locker room just before the end, and the Lakers get the win. They're over 500. So, Lakers now find themselves in the 7th spot. Just a game and a half away from jumping out of play-in contention. The Warriors remain in the 6th spot, have the same record, though, as the Clippers. And as things currently stand, the 5 seed would have the honors of facing Kevin Durant and the Suns in round 1.
The 8th is much, much better than being 9th or 10th. And Anthony Davis against the Bulls the other night. Remember, he only took 8 shots in LeBron's first game back. Everyone was panicking. AD, when is he going to show up? Dominant against the Bulls. And when you know you're going to get dominant AD is when he starts busting stuff out off the dribble. He's actually got a good handle. And here's just like, you don't want to bring it up. How about I run a pick and roll? Maybe I'll get a switch. I got a switch. Alex Caruso, I'm way bigger than you. I'm going to take you in the weight room, hit a little jumper over you. That's it. And AD can do that kind of stuff. Coast to coast takes all of it when he's feeling good. And the Wolves, look, it's only been a few games with Karl Anthony Towns back, but it already doesn't look quite as awkward with Towns and Gobert as it did early in the season. And one of the reasons is they're cooperating on a lot of stuff like this. Pick and roll, and then watch. Gobert pin down for Cat, open 3. It doesn't have to be one of them's in the pick and roll, one of them's in the dunker spot just hanging out. How about a double pin down for Cat? Sure, that becomes a big pick and roll. Cat gets enough inside position on TJ Warren to kind of rumble his way in for a short jumper. They've just had a little more variety, a little more spice. Everybody looks a little bit more comfortable than they did in those awkward first 10 games. This is a big game tonight because both of these teams, despite the Naz Reid injury, which is a big deal for Minnesota, both of these teams are dangerous in the playoffs.
Yeah, you mentioned it, Naz Reid. It's unfortunate news there. He fractured his left wrist. He's going to be out indefinitely, which is a huge loss for Minnesota. But that set the backdrop for all of this perfectly. Lakers, Timberwolves, it's all going down tonight. Huge implications in the West. Chiney Ogwumike, you cannot say it's important for both teams. Who is it more important for?
Timberwolves, just because they're, really fighting to really prove themselves so far. I mean, the Lakers, they won a championship a little while ago. I think they're happy to be whole. The Timberwolves, coming off of that loss, to the Suns, I think this is a response, especially since they're at home and they've introduced Cat back. So I'm going T-Wolves.
I'm going to pull a Chiney. I'm not picking either, and I'm saying it's important to both teams. I just want to see great basketball. This is going to be playoff basketball. And guess what? Anthony Davis and Karl Anthony Towns, they have a little beef there, right? The Kentucky boys, they always, every time they match up, they want to go at each other. So I'm looking forward to the game. I want to see what LeBron James is going to do because we know McDaniels is going to be guarding him. I want to see what Ant-Man's going to be doing. I just want to watch good basketball. Yes, I'm straddling the fence today.
You're pulling a Chiney, and you know what? It's Friday, so it's all going to be fine. If the Lakers, though, if they do win tonight, they're going to be over 500 for the first time in a long time. People on my wiki feet.
There's a lot of wiki feet out there. There's a lot of wiki feet.
We don't need to talk about my wiki feet. Yeah. That's why I don't wear open-toe shoes. Anyways, moving on. Big Perk is joining us
now. Speaking of wiki feet, what's up, Perk?
Gross. Richard, I want to start with you here. Dave McMenamin with us as well. To try to get this back on track, please, Richard, what did you take away from LeBron's return?
He's his best PR person of all time. I want to know who the doctor is that's the LeBron of feet, because he must be very, very good for a very long time. But all kidding aside, what I take from LeBron is this. He's back. He's ready. His teammates know there's a final push. Back when he was talking about this was the most important, I think, 25 games of his career. Now it's down to a small segment where they got 8 games left. So I look at this as a good start, from my opinion, before they go on this road trip.
Right.
There's some winnable games there. If they play right around 500, I think they get in. If they play slightly above, I think they have a chance to move up to the 7-8. If they play below 500, they risk moving out. So it all falls within just this stretch.
Perk?
What happened with LeBron's feet and him being back last night, first of all, he looked phenomenal. It don't even look like he skipped a beat.
Yeah.
But it was the Patrick Beverly healing. That's what happened. The Patrick Beverly healing. And why I say that is because it just goes to show you the competitive nature in LeBron James. Like, here it is. He heard everything that Patrick Beverly was saying. He knows and he listens and he watches and he sees every single thing. He know the shots that Pat Bev shot at them since he's been traded from the Lakers. And that's the competitive nature in LeBron James.
Yeah.
That's why he really wanted to come back last night. So I look at it overall. I thought he didn't miss a beat. I thought he ran the floor well. I thought he moved well. I thought his cardio was up. They just didn't get the dub. But everything else, with the Lakers being healthy and they have D'Angelo Russell available on the floor, with the way that AD and Austin Reeves and those guys been playing, they're about to go on a nice little win streak and they're going to close the gap, in my opinion. I think they're going to finish in the 6th seed, to be honest with you.
So one could argue that they were ultra strong. Yeah. I see what I did there. Dave, all right, the Lakers, they have 7 games left, 4 on the road. What are their plans for managing LeBron's minutes moving forward?
Well, much the same way LeBron kind of managed his return and caught some of the people within the team off guard, quite frankly. I checked in with one of the Lakers' assistant coaches on Saturday, and I broke the news to him that LeBron was on the verge of coming back
good at your job.
against the Bulls. Pretty good. That's why I'm sharing. Pretty good. That's why I'm sharing the desk with you guys. But they aren't going to put too much on his plate, but there's a reason why LeBron's already back. He wanted to use this 8-game stretch to get the kinks worked out relatively quickly, so then they can actually play some strong basketball, 4 or 5 games heading into whatever is going to follow after April 9th, whether that's the play-in tournament, whether that's the playoffs. LeBron admitted that the fact that the team went 8-5 in his absence, that motivated him to get back quicker. And it wasn't necessarily Pat Beverly that motivated him, Perk. It was his team motivated him because he wanted to be a part of what they were doing.
It wasn't just, it was a lot of people been chirping over
my gosh.
A lot of chirping.
There's
a lot of stupid statements and conversations have been had, and I have been glad I have been off work because some of the things from people that I respect and some people that I don't really know or respect were saying some absolutely insane things, and we're just going to leave it at that because Perk knows his name.
Dave, what are you looking at down the stretch here that gives you confidence in the Lakers? What are the things that you want to see to give them confidence in what they're going to do in the postseason?
Well, their defensive efficiency has been in the top 5 since they made the trades. That's going to carry them. They need to take care of the basketball. 18 turnovers against the Bulls isn't going to get done. 5 of them were from LeBron, and that compromises your defense because you're constantly playing 3-on-2, 2-on-1, running back on your heels, and teams are getting whatever they want, getting to the rim and then spraying out for threes, or then you got to foul them, and then they're getting in the bonus. It's a myriad of problems that can happen if you aren't taking care of the basketball. So getting that focus back, I believe, will help them a lot. And then they got to figure out the rotation. Rui Hachimura didn't play against the Bulls. Lonnie Walker got minutes as kind of a reward for his big game against the Thunder. Darvin Ham's got to figure this thing out, stick with his 9-10 guys, and go forward these final 7 games with a clear delineation of what the rotation is going to be.
The one good thing about this turnover thing is that this is something that they're going to have to address on the road because they're not typically an out-shoot-you team. So if you're getting other teams an extra 10, 12 possessions where they're already most likely a better shooting squad than you, and 2s, they're not as much as 3s. So don't give them extra opportunities.
That's the analysis you kind of
it's the high-level stuff.
I do have a question for you, though, Richard. What are you the LeBron James of?
Bald men.
And with that, let's go to break.
Prove me wrong.
Still to come.
Someone.
No, today it is.